20th Century Fox film Corp. Hulu is picking up a piece of the 80s with a TV series adaptation of Less Than Zero. An individual with knowledge of production tells TheWrap. The premium streaming service has a drama in the early stages of development based on Bret Easton Ellis' 1985 novel and the subsequent 1987 flick of the same name, starring Andrew McCarthy, Robert Downey Jr., Gertz and James Spader. Lost writer and producer Craig Wright is set to pen the script and executive produce the adaptation alongside author Ellis. Also read, The Path cancelled after 3 seasons at Hulu. The Fox 21-produced reboot will follow a college freshman who returns home for Christmas to spend time with his ex-girlfriend and his friend who is struggling with addiction and explore the culture of wealth and decadence among Los Angeles youth. 20th Century Fox distributed the Less Than Zero film and owns rights to the franchise. The 80s reign supreme among all of CNN's decade-centric specials. Sorry, 90s. Those who are alive in the 1980s will remember leg warmers, inline skates and so much more. Thanks to the magic of TV, even 90s and 2000s kids can experience these things. Whether you fondly look back on the decade, or you wish you had been born 10 or 20 years earlier, these 10 TV shows will surely fuel your 80s obsession. NBC, Netflix, ABC. Netflix, Freaks and Geeks, 1999. Before Bloodline, Linda Cardellini starred in Freaks and Geeks, alongside James Franco, Jason Segel and Seth Rogen. Cardellini's character, Lindsay Weir, tries to shed her goody two-shoes image and hang with the rebellious freaks, often running into trouble. DreamWorks' Stranger Things, 2016, set in 1980s Indiana, science fiction, horror thriller, Stranger Things plays on many cultural elements of the decade, such as Stephen King novels and Spielberg films like E.T., Everybody Hates Chris. This autobiographical sitcom is based on comedian Chris Rock's 1980s adolescence in Brooklyn. A young Chris, played by Tyler James Williams, must navigate a predominantly white school, look after his siblings, and try to keep his tough parents happy. Richard Cartwright, CBS Photo Archive via Getty Images. The Goldbergs, 2013, another show based on its creator's childhood, The Goldbergs, is set in a small Pennsylvania town in the 1980s. The show leans hard on the decade's most awkward elements, like tracksuits and hideous matching outfits. ABC, Eric McCandless, The Americans, 2013. This Cold War set drama stars Kerry Russell and Matthew Rhys as Soviet spies posing as a normal American couple in the D.C. area. It was created and produced by former CIA officer Joe Weisberg and inspired by some of his real-life experiences. FX, Snowfall, 2017. This crime drama from John Singleton explores the origins of the Los Angeles 1980s crack epidemic. It premiered July 5 on FX. Matthias Klammer, FX. This Is Us, 2016. This Is Us takes place only partially in the 80s, but it still counts. The non-linear time sequence touches on the past and present of the lives of 3 siblings, 2 biological and 1 adopted. The second season of the series will air on NBC on September 26. Robot Jones, 2002. The Cartoon Network show follows a teenage robot named Jones who has to navigate human life in a futuristic 1980s middle school. The show's blocky artwork is a nod to old-school cell animation techniques. Cartoon Network, YouTube, Halt and Catch Fire, 2014. This cult hit AMC series tracks the personal computer revolution of the 80s. The personal computers in question, however, are a lot clunkier than the dainty, portable ones we use today. The 80s reign supreme among all of CNN's decade-centric specials. Sorry, 90s. Those who are alive in the 1980s will remember leg warmers, inline skates and so much more. Thanks to the magic of TV, even 90s and 2000s kids can experience these things. Whether you fondly look back on the decade, or you wish you had been born 10 or 20 years earlier, these 10 TV shows will surely fuel your 80s obsession.